Oats are a heart-healthy food that's full of fiber. It can easily be used in so many snacks and breakfast ideas. Come check out these easy oatmeal recipes. You can find the full recipe links in the description, so make sure you check them out. The first recipe is for these banana oat bars, which only take 4 ingredients and so simple to put together. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and in a large bowl, add 3 bananas and mash thoroughly. The bananas act as a binder for the other ingredients, which is why you don't need eggs for this one. Next, add a half cup of peanut butter and mix those together with a spoon. Then add 2 cups of rolled oats and a half cup of chocolate chips, then stir together. Now, I know there's no such thing as too much chocolate, but you can reduce the amount to a 1/4 cup and it would still turn out really sweet. Pour it into a greased 9x9 casserole dish and smooth out into an even layer. Then bake for 20 minutes until the edges are golden brown and a toothpick comes out clean. Once they've cooled completely, cut them into 12 slices. These are perfect for breakfast or snacks, and you can store them in the fridge for 5 to 7 days. You can also freeze these where they'll stay fresh for up to 3 months. Next up are banana oat muffins, which are easily put together in a blender. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees, and in a blender add 2 eggs, 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt, 2 ripe bananas, 2 cups of rolled oats, 3 tablespoons of flaxseed, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and a half teaspoon of baking soda. Place the lid on top and pulse until everything is blended and smooth. Now, adding nuts is optional, but I chose to add some chopped walnuts to mine. Use a spatula to stir them in instead of blending it. Then pour the mixture into a greased muffin tin and bake for 15 to 20 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean. Let them cool for 5 minutes before placing them on a cooling rack to cool completely. These are also freezer friendly, and I like slicing them in half and adding peanut butter for some extra healthy fats. The next recipe is for these blueberry oat cups, which are meal prep friendly and make a ton. You can always have this recipe if needed. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and in a large bowl, add 4 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 3 cups of applesauce, 2 tablespoons of honey, and 3 cups of milk, then whisk together. In the same bowl, add 5 cups of rolled oats, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, and 3 teaspoons of baking powder, then mix together. Pour this into 2 greased muffin tins and then add 3 to 4 blueberries to the top of each one. I use frozen blueberries because they're usually cheaper, but fresh is fine too. Bake these for 25 minutes until the muffin cups have set and a toothpick comes out clean. Then let them cool for 5 minutes, then transfer them to a cooling rack to cool completely. These guys are so good, and paired with a protein, they make for a super filling breakfast. Now, granola bars are easy to make, and they're a lot cheaper and more filling than what you find at the store. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and in a large bowl, add 5 cups of rolled oats, 2 tablespoons of chopped peanuts, a half teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. Then in a medium bowl, add a half cup of honey, 1½ cups of applesauce, 2 tablespoons of milk, and 2/3 cup of peanut butter. Stir the ingredients in both bowls, and then pour the wet ingredients into the dry, then mix them both together. Pour these onto a baking sheet that's lined with parchment paper and spread out the mixture into an even layer with a spatula. Bake for 22 to 25 minutes. The granola bars will still be soft but slightly golden brown on top. Let the pan cool for 30 to 60 minutes, then gently transfer the entire thing, parchment paper included, onto a large cutting board. Use a pizza cutter or a large knife to cut into 16 bars. Because they're soft, the bars might be a little difficult to cut, so don't worry if they're not all the same size. Store them in an airtight container in the fridge where they'll stay fresh for 5 to 7 days. Next up is peanut butter and jelly overnight oats, which put a fun spin on the classic sandwich flavors. This will make 2 jars, but you can double the recipe if needed. In each jar, add a half cup of rolled oats, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, a half tablespoon of maple syrup, and 3/4 cup of milk. Stir all of it together, then place the lid on top and keep in the fridge overnight. The oats will absorb the liquid, giving it a creamy consistency. The next morning, add a tablespoon of your favorite jelly and mix it in. You can also top with fruit, like sliced bananas or diced apples. I love making these in summer because they're a nice, cool addition to a hot summer morning. The next recipe is pumpkin baked oatmeal, a delicious fall-flavored breakfast. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees. In a large bowl, add 2 cups of rolled oats, 1½ teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a half teaspoon of salt, then mix together. In the same bowl, add 1½ cups of milk, 1 cup of pumpkin puree, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons ground flaxseed, 1 tablespoon olive oil, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla, then mix everything together. Now, baked oatmeal tends to be very liquidous before baking, and that's okay. It'll all come together as it bakes. Pour it into a greased 8x8 casserole dish and bake for 30 to 35 minutes until the top is golden brown and a toothpick comes out clean. Let it cool for at least 30 minutes before cutting into 6 slices and store in an airtight container in the fridge for 5 to 7 days. The last recipe is for pumpkin energy bites, which are a great snack to have year-round. In a medium bowl, add 1 cup of peanut butter, a half cup of pumpkin puree, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and a 1/3 cup of honey, then mix that together. Then add 1 3/4 cup of rolled oats, a 1/4 cup of chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips, then stir everything together. Use a cookie scoop or a tablespoon to scoop out the mixture and roll it into a ball. You can put them directly in an airtight container or on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper if you want to freeze them. This is called flash freezing, and you'll put them in a freezer bag once they're completely frozen. Now, I eat 2 or 3 of these at a time, and they make for a super easy snack that you can just take with you. I hope you found an oatmeal recipe that you'll try next week. Once again, all the recipes can be found in the description, so make sure you check them out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you later. Are you looking for easy dinners to feed your busy family? Click the link in the description to grab a free recipe book with 10 simple and delicious dinners that my family loves. Download it now and tell me what you think.